I the bad guy for not giving stepdaughter's old room back to her? I recently found myself in a tough situation regarding my husband's children from a previous relationship. I had been feeling overwhelmed, especially as I was struggling with postpartum depression that just wouldn't seem to lift. It was a challenging time, and I felt like I was losing my grip on my own mental health. I decided it was time to be honest with my husband about everything that had been happening. I had been holding back because I didn't want to create tension between him and his kids, but I realized they were old enough to understand the consequences of their actions. They hadn't even moved in yet, but they were constantly around, arguing and pushing my limits. It felt like I was being pulled in every direction, and I knew I had to prioritize my well-being. I told my husband that while I would never ask him to choose between me and his kids, I felt like I had to make a choice for myself. I needed a break, so I planned to stay in a hotel for a few days to recharge. When I mentioned this to him, he didn't let me leave. Instead, he took our little one and left for a while. When he returned, he brought takeout for me and reassured me that our baby was with his sister and doing well. He handed me the keys he had given his kids and explained that they wouldn't have free access to our home anymore. They would need to ask for permission to come over. He also mentioned that he would help them find a cheap apartment and assist with rent for a few months until they could manage on their own. It was clear they were unhappy with this arrangement, but he stood firm. To give me some space, he decided to stay with his sister for a night or two, allowing me the time I desperately needed to rest. He also mentioned that we would repurpose his son's old room into a guest room for now, and he even wanted to add bookshelves to create a little library. I felt a sense of relief, knowing that I was finally taking steps to prioritize my mental health and that my husband was supportive of that decision. It was a tough choice, but I knew it was necessary for my well-being.